Every time I see that, I still dance along and stuff.
Oh, every time.
All right. Welcome, guys, to Two Old Goats. If you're looking at your camera right a couple of seconds ago, you got one old goat up close and personal. I am one of your hosts, Pat. There we go. And there is my co-host, Brian. He did a good job trimming his nose hair.
How's it going?
In the past, we've had comedians, we have had wrestlers, we have had friends of ours, we have had different kinds of people. We have never had a superhero on until now. We have never had a mighty person. Oh shit!
Let's go! Fireworks! I love it.
Welcome.
That's awesome.
Two Old Goats. Give them a big welcome. Friend of ours, professional wrestler, Mighty Micah. How you doing, buddy?
Not too bad. How about yourself?
I'm doing really well. Oh, yeah. It's been a minute, so, Brian and I might be catching up.
Hanging in there.
But no, yeah, glad you could do this. And, yeah. So how are things going for you, bud?
It's been a lot better. I told everybody when I came back a couple of weeks ago that 2023 was just not a good year for me. I needed some time off, and I'm back. Better than ever.
Good to hear, man. Good to hear. Nice. Yeah, because I haven't seen you. I think I saw you.
That's awesome.
At CSW, helping set up the ring. This was after Journey Pro closed down, folded, however you want to put it. But yeah, I saw you setting up the ring at CSW, and I was like, "What's he doing that? He's got to be in the fucking ring." You got to be doing that shit. I mean, I know paying your dues in a new company and stuff, but still, I'm like, man, that motherfucker has got to be in the ring. You got to be doing his shit.
Yeah, I think it was the last Journey Pro show. I went up top for a frog splash, and the whole entire match, I don't know if it's online anywhere to see it, but the whole entire time, my knee pads, my kick pads kept sliding down my pants. So they wouldn't stay where they were supposed to. So I was like, screw it. I'm just going to leave it be. And I went up top for a frog splash, and kid you not, I went knee first into the mat, messed up my knee a little bit, and that's kind of where end of 2022, beginning of 2023, that's where we're all kind of, snowballed more and more. But that's another story for another day.
Good. I'm glad you helped.
Absolutely. I'm just surprised that he walked out of there. I mean, or hobbled out of there, because, man, that after that injury, it's kind of
I thought I either fractured something in my knee or tore an ACL or something. But I went to the doctor, a week later, because the day after, my knee was super swollen. Like, I couldn't walk for a week. I hobbled everywhere, and went to the doctor. They said no fractures, no tears, whatever. You just sprained it pretty bad, and it took a couple months to get right. It was pretty scary. I've never had a significant injury like that before for wrestling, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Well, thankfully, your significant injury just required just time. It wasn't surgery or any
right.
That it was just like, take it easy and
let
it fix itself.
And hey, you can ask him. I always check in on him. I'll message him every once in a while. How you doing? Or at any wrestling shows I see him.
Well, now, because you guys go way back, don't you?
Yeah, quite a ways. I think his high school days, probably.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
So Brian J. Bebe's son, Kyle, I went to school with, and I met him my junior year, and he was a sophomore at the time. And that was back in 2014, I guess. So about 10 plus years.
Yeah, it was about 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
I always get it wrong because I say, I've known them all since they were like freshmen. It's just easier to group it, I mean. And I also put Campbell in your graduating class, which he went,
I think
a
the
little
year
further
after as
south.
well.
Yeah.
Well,
But speaking of that though, really quick, not very many people know this, but he is the reason for my Twitter handle, Instagram handle, because yes.
Oh, okay.
So I think it was like the second CSW show, and we were setting up the ring, and someone came in and, hey, Brian, and they started to say my name, and Micah just casually walks by and says, I just call him Brian J, baby. So I was like, you know what? I kind of like the ring of that, you know?
And it took off. It took off.
And
I need some royalties.
it just took off. Hey, you know what? When I start making money,
Yeah,
I'll
really.
make sure to give you a cut. But yeah, it was quite funny actually, because like it took off.
We literally at the Fountain City Pro, we're setting up the ring. Brian walks in. Everybody in that room stopped what they were doing, looked at Brian, went, Brian J, baby.
Oh, that's awesome.
Seriously, it was funny. We need to get Pat out to one of those.
So the first show they did, I was actually at a Flogging Molly concert.
Yes, I remember
and then
that.
the second show they did the night before, I was at the Young Dubliners concert, and I was whooped. No. This was last week, wasn't it? The second show was the 10th, right?
The 10th.
Yeah. So the night before, I went and saw Bad Religion and Social Distortion in Iowa, and I had my butt kicked. I'm an old man. I can't do
Lucky
two things.
bastard.
Oh, dude, it was fucking incredible. Mike Ness sounds just as shitty as he always does. But Bad Religion sounded weird. They sounded better, and it was off-putting.
It was kind of, yeah.
But
well, when you're a fan of punk, it you know.
Yeah, and I'd never seen either of them live, so I'm getting able to see both of them on the same show. And then the opening band, Love Crime, or Love Crimes. But I'm sitting there watching, it's another rockabilly band. This dude sounds like Mike Ness. He moves like Mike Ness. And he plays like Mike Ness because he's Mike Ness's son. I'm like, oh, that Mike Ness is the lead singer of Social Distortion, and his son's the lead singer of Love Crime. And I was like, oh, that makes
sense. Want to give a quick shout out to our friends at the I-70 Hot Tagger in here. I'm assuming that's...
Oh, fuck those guys.
Chase? Hey, now. No, they've been good to us, man.
Oh, I know. But yeah, that was the reason, because I was gonna go, and yeah, I was too fucking tired.
We'll have to mark your calendars.
Yeah, when's the next one? Actually,
July 12th.
July 12th. I'll put it in my calendar now.
And I'm dragging Micah there.
So
now, many of you wonder why Micah's at my house. It's because I kidnapped him.
This is true.
I just, right before we jumped on, I took the duct tape off. And...
Yeah. Okay.
I'm actually being held hostage. We think Brian's in the basement right there, but he's actually right in front of me.
I was going to say,
actually, I think it's
letting him on the porch. He should be the one in the basement.
Actually, I think it's my cat keeping him hostage. God, she loves him.
Just if Brian comes by with some lotion, just.
Oh yeah, I've had my plans on how to hop these fences over here.
Fight, claw, whatever. Guys, the nose.
Maybe hit him with a cutter real quick and then dip, stun him. But no, I actually live not even 5 minutes down the road from him.
Oh.
Now, my house, the Wi-Fi actually went out yesterday, so it wouldn't have worked anyway. So I was like, hey, Brian, let me come to your house. We can do it there. He's like, oh, yeah, for sure, man. So,
actually, he said that before the Wi-Fi went out. I was like, yeah, just come over, man.
That is true.
But, yeah, I was going to ask, how's Fountain City doing? Because, I want to go to the shows, but, how are the shows so far?
It's good. That was my first show back on May 10th, and the crowd was in it, loud, electric. All like backstage was really fun. It was good seeing everybody again. It was a real good time. Yep. I strongly suggest you coming out.
Okay.
I can put it this way. It's great people. Obviously, we know the guys running it.
Mm-hmm.
Good dudes. we go. I used to co-host on their podcast, and they're good dudes. Help them out. The vibe is a little like the Kansas Hall days of Journey.
Okay.
So that's the mix of people you're going to see there. Like everybody's there, everybody's welcome. It's great,
All right.
but it's not Journey.
No, yeah.
I mean, it's their own thing, and it's not at a bar, obviously, but
or a coffee shop.
or a coffee shop, or a Lemonade Park.
Yeah, a warehouse.
Which, I mean, Lemonade Park was actually a pretty cool venue.
It was good. Minus the
heat in the middle of July, but
yeah.
No, I think if you're gonna come back to watch some wrestling shows, I think Pat, that's one that you're gonna you'll like.
No, I'll definitely come out.
And they're bringing in wrestlers from other companies that are kind of local, but not ones that we normally see, at a CSW or at an Anarchy or
cool.
So yeah, it'll go. It's pretty good deal. They got a pretty cool setup, and it's a great. The venue's great.
Oh yeah, I love it.
Good.
Very spacious.
Now, are they in Kansas as well?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, isn't it Lenexa?
Yes, but CSW is now closer to you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we've moved CSW to. There's an armory by the Royals and Chiefs Stadium.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's not far from.
Little closer for you.
All right, cool. So what you're saying is I have options.
You have options.
Okay.
You have good options.
Now, I've been thinking about what I wanted to talk to Micah about, and I have to say, if you're a fan, and we have two more this year, July 12th and October 18th. Oh, okay, cool. I marked July 12th on my calendar. The Ball Event Center in Olathe, Kansas.
Sweet. Yep.
Sweet.
Chase, did you really think I wasn't going to tell him that eventually? I'm kidding, my friend. I'm kidding, man.
Fuck that.
Fuck them. Anyway. Yeah, I mean, you can if you want, but I mean, they're both married.
That's my. So it's cool.
All right.
It all comes out in the wash. Anyway. Jesus.
It's all right. We've already gone off the rails.
So anyway, I think I saw Micah at the last Kansas Hall. Micah will be there for both events. Cool. And we lost Micah. Okay, there he is.
Nope. He's there.
I saw Micah at I think it was the last Kansas Hall event. It was Thumbs and Buns versus the besties in the world. And then, obviously COVID happened because that was the last Kansas Hall show. COVID happened and stuff. And then, Mighty Micah comes back with Thumbs and Buns. And I have to say that the story of the breakup of Thumbs and Buns morphing into Micah wanting to join the Howlets and Jay Buns going with Jeremy Wyatt and Luke Langley and stuff. And I forget what they called their group, but, forming that group. I don't give a shit who you are. That was some of the best fucking storytelling. And yeah, it was indie and stuff, but goddamn, that was some of the best storytelling. My wife and I got my wife involved in wrestling when we started dating 6 years ago. My wife and I would be talking and speculating about that fucking storyline. It was that good. I want to know whose idea was that, or was it just a conglomeration of, hey, blah, 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 or, or did somebody have a blueprint and everybody, I want to know where that came from.
I think it was a little mix of everybody, I think.
Yeah.
It was brought to me and like, hey, do you want to do this? So I was like, yeah, let's do it. I'm always down, try new stuff. And like you said, that was some of the best storytelling that I personally have ever done in wrestling. Like the longest, from show to show to show to show storytelling. It was a lot of fun, and I'm sad, it kind of came to an end. But looking back on it, it was really fun.
But did it? I mean, I'm not going to give any spoilers away, Pat, but you need to go back and watch the last two. It's not up yet, but when Fountain City has the next show online. Watch the first show and then watch the second show. Maybe it's not done.
I second that. That's all I'm going to leave it at.
I'm just saying. And Chase pointed out it is The Reckoning. Jeremy
Reckoning,
Wyatt
yes.
and all that. Yep, The Reckoning.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's what it was.
And that was some good shit. That was good.
Oh yeah, they were great. Yeah, I mean, because Jay Bunn's fucking phenomenal heel, and I didn't realize how good Lucha Chris was always talking about. If he ran his own promotion, he would have Jay Buns as his number one heel. Yeah, he's fun. He was good face, but yeah, amazing heel. Luke Langley, amazing heel, and I mean, shit, Jeremy Wyatt. But then, see, the thing I loved though is you have those three that and then you have the Howlets, and then you have Micah, who you're probably around the same age as some of the guys in there, but when you're in the ring with them, you look so much younger and stuff, and just your character was great, just the innocent, thumbs up and stuff. To see you morph into the angry badass, and the pop you got at the last show when you came running out and everyone went,
oh yeah.
I mean, oh yeah, I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it. That was,
but you should have heard the pop.
So fucking cool.
Should have heard the pop a couple of weeks ago. I mean, as
I
soon
don't know,
as
man, I did something the night before.
How did that feel though when you came out and you put that thumb out? You weren't even out of the curtain yet, and they popped so loud. I have tinnitus, so my ears are always ringing. It was worse because they were just so loud, and it was amazing to see.
To be completely honest, I didn't hear a single thing. I stuck my thumb up, just how I do every show. I came out and I was just so stead focused because I was in the back. I was nervous as hell. Let me tell you something. When you haven't wrestled, in front of a live audience in about 1.5 years, like I was hyperventilating backstage. I was like, man, I don't want to do this. I can't do it. Then it's like, oh crap, I got to do it. So I come out with the thumb, and I didn't hear a single thing, not one peep, until kind of in the middle of the match. That's when it really hit me. It's like, oh shit, I'm back. And that's when I really started to hear it.
I tell you what, we'll do a watch party at one of our houses, and all three of us will watch it.
Okay, I'm down. Oh
yeah, it's great.
CR Media said, "Don't let him hear you call him J Buns. It's all steel J.
It's all steel, yeah.
He's fucking J Buns.
And hey, you bring Lucha Chris, because he is a major part in Fountain City right now.
Oh, J Buns is?
Yep, him and Langley are there, and yeah.
I'm saying that to be obnoxious now. So Langley and J Buns.
Yeah, and do you know who the manager is for J Buns? Or I'm sorry, All Steel J Fowler? Captain Midnight Guthrie.
Oh, the guest that we were supposed to have, but
yes, he will be on.
Was he the announcer, the ring announcer at
Journey
at Kansas Hall?
Yes, Kansas Hall.
He had the captain's hat. Okay,
yes.
Okay. Now it's all coming together.
We love Captain Midnight Guthrie.
He's awesome.
He may be a little misguided, but we still love him. So what's a lot of people don't know, but you did get, you did have a little medical issues. I don't know if you want to get into that. But you're better now. I know, it was just crazy to me because, I heard it somewhere or saw something on Twitter or whatever, and of course Kyle's telling me things, and so Kyle kind of became my regular source. Kyle's my son. Just what happened in the beginning that made you go to the hospital in the first place?
Sure. So I'll kind of give you a quick, not so quick, short, long story between the knee injury and the return. So as I said before, the last Journey Pro show, I fucked up my knee. It took, a couple months. There was a time, so that was back at the end of December. I waited about a month and a half. I actually went back to training just to kind of test it, see where it was at. I was still kind of having issues. I was like, all right, I'm just going to, take some time off, let this heal up. And right around about a year ago this time. The knee is 100%. I'm ready to go, and my appendix burst.
Oh shit.
So I was stuck in the hospital for about a week, and recovery time, they said 2 to 4 weeks I could come back into wrestling. It took a little bit longer just because I was in the hospital. So I had my appendix taken out Monday, the Memorial Day. I went back to the hospital Wednesday because I had sepsis. I had an infection.
Oh,
they said it could, they told me before I got the surgery, like, this could turn to an infection. You have to come back. And of course it did. So I was in the hospital for a week. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to take some time off. And then in September to November, it was really hard. I lost my cat. I got her when I was 7, and I'm 27. So I don't know life without her, I guess. So I took it pretty hard. And then in November, my grandma had passed. So it was a really rough end of 23. So I was like, I went dark. Maybe I post on social media here and there, but I need to take some mental time off, whatever. And then as I'm getting ready to come back, I'm texting some friends. I was like, I'm really scared to come back. Like, I do not want to go back from all the way to square one. I'm scared I'm going to be the shits. So I went back to training, and luckily I wasn't the shits. It just, took a couple of training sessions to, get back into rhythm. And here we are. I'm back.
So, and I feel bad because, of course, I'm always like every once in a while checking in with Micah, checking in with Bishop and Campbell, like all the people that I know. Hey, do you want to come on the podcast? I happened to message Micah like probably the day after his cat passed, and I felt so bad. I'm like, oh, he's like, my cat just passed. I'm like, oh, dude, I'm sorry.
Whoa.
No, it's all right. It's all right.
But that's my luck. Like that's just kind of how I do things. Like I'll message someone, how are you doing? Oh, my dad just died. I'm like,
oh.
Like, just stuff like that.
Like you just don't know what to do in those kind of situations. Like, I'm so sorry.
Like, man.
Whoops.
Oops, I didn't mean that. But okay, so you did mention you were in the hospital. Everybody knows hospital food is. Everybody says it's terrible. It's not so much anymore. But that being said, okay, I know you've traveled around and to like Omaha, Wichita, Springfield, wherever else you've gone as a wrestler. Where's the best place that you've eaten, and what was it that you ate that was not here in Kansas City?
Oh, I know one restaurant that I'm not going to say is White Castle. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
White Castle.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything. Maybe before Whataburger came to Kansas City, it was Whataburger.
Okay.
That would probably be the answer. Now, I do have an answer of our go-to restaurant after wrestling shows, and that's Raising Cane's. And I know some people hate Raising Cane's because they don't season their chicken, but I don't care. I think that's Scotch chicken.
Yep. Okay, so really quick, CR Media posted Soul Taco hands down. So when we went to St. Louis for Anarchy and GCW, I took him to Soul Taco, and it's like a Korean Mexican like fusion, and it's absolutely amazing.
Interesting.
What about you, Pat? Traveling around.
I know because I'm from Indiana, South Bend area. Whenever I go back, I like to get Portillo's. That's one of my favorite things to get in Chicago. And then they put one in South Bend. Portillo's is Italian sausage, Italian beef. You get it, you got to get it dipped because it's sloppy, but it's so good. I've mentioned it before, Philly cheesesteak. I grew up outside of Philly in New Jersey. I lived there till I was 16. Philly cheesesteak, you can't beat that. But I was thinking about this the other day. This popped in my head when I was down visiting. This was when I was with the last wife, the bog hag. I was visiting. We went down to Lubbock to visit her sister, and husband and stuff. We went to a steak place, and I mean, I got this giant T-bone. I mean, this thing says 22, 26 ounces, but this thing was fucking huge. It had to be like 36 ounces. And I remember I cut that thing up into little itty bitty bites. And normally I did 10 years in the Army, so it was like eat it now, taste it later. And this one I cut up, and each one I took just a little bite, and it just melted in your mouth. And I remember I ate that whole steak, cleaned the bone and everything. And I was not full at all. It was just, I don't know, it was just like this beautiful, existential out-of-body experience of eating a fucking steak. And I just know it was a steakhouse in Lubbock, just one of those little mom-and-pop independent places. But
those are the best.
So good.
Those are the best places to go.
Yeah.
I did notice there is a question in the chat, Pat. You want to...
So Micah, have you... ask Micah which is more fun during a live show. Okay, which is more fun, working heel or face during a live show?
So I've only worked heel, I want to say once. I had a
UCW.
I had a CSW match against Scott Tyler about a year ago. We were supposed to do a baby, but the crowd saw me more as a heel, so I kind of worked as that aggressor, I guess. Honestly, I love working babyface more. Heel is a little difficult for me. It's something I've always wanted to do, but I mean, ever since I started wrestling, I was always a babyface. So it's just I'm more comfortable in that.
Right. Because Josh was saying that he saw that they saw you in Wichita at UUCW work as a heel.
Yep. I wasn't booked on that show, and promoter comes up. He's like, "Hey, you want to work?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." He's like, "All right, we need you as a heel." I was like, "Oh, I've never done heel, but I'll try." Man,
sure, why not?
It worked out pretty good.
I've had, because I do stand-up comedy, and I would be going to a show just to like support my friends and stuff, and the showrunner would come up and be like, "You want to do 10 minutes?" Oh fuck, I'm not even sure. Yeah, I'm not going to turn down stage time, but
right.
Yeah.
That's how
you're always ready. You got your gear in your bag or gear in your car, don't you? All the time, just in case. You never know.
Yep, you never know.
So, can you see yourself working heel later on?
I think so. It's something I'd want to do. Like I said before, it's going to take a little bit of time to get comfortable in that role, but. Yeah, I could see it in the future. I don't know where, but
nice.
I could see it in the future.
I could see it too. I can definitely see
it. Just maybe
I can see it because I saw a picture of you from Journey Pro leaning on the ropes. And it's like, this motherfucker looks dead up like Boris Zukhov's son.
Like, I don't know though. Like, everybody loves Micah when he comes out.
No, I know.
It just, if you were to come out with a thumb that was like down, maybe,
or like a middle finger, something like a giant middle finger.
Yeah, that would work.
You would have to do something crazy, like have the thumb up and punch Kenny Alfonso in the dick or something.
Oh man!
Look, you'd have to like punch Kenny, or you'd have to like punch, 5 women wrestlers for the crowd to even think about turning on you. They're like, well, he may have had motivation, like.
They're like, this is probably part of the story.
Yeah, because like I said, that pop you get, man, it was crazy, and I can only see big pops wherever you go right now, And I know you're not going out too far, but.
But if you were to do something like give Campbell Myers a big hug, people would be thinking, "Oh, he's turning face." They wouldn't think that you were
oh, he's just being nice.
It's just
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Fuck Campbell Myers too.
Man.
I want to get him on the show and just have you two go at it, Pat.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
We can do that,
Campbell Myers, the man, from what I hear, nice guy and stuff. Campbell Myers, wrestler? Fuck
yeah. I mean, well, he's not listening to us right now because he's in Canada, so we're good. Okay. But he might, he's not going to listen later on. He doesn't care.
Nah. Yeah.
But,
Shit, my wife isn't even listening. She's downstairs, I think, watching a murder documentary.
Yep. And Chase and I did eat at a restaurant on the way back from St. Louis with Big Rob on Twitter.
Oh yeah, Big Rob.
So yeah, you know Big Rob.
Big Rob is my favorite because he would buy AEW tickets and then he would buy better ones and then sell me the original ones.
Yes, Big Rob. He's good.
So,
We ate at some. So after GCW, which was a crazy story in itself. After GCW was like 11:30, we were all hungry. We went to some Mexican restaurant downtown St. Louis by the ball stadium. Freaking amazing! They had some fried chicken torta that Chase got that was ridiculously good, and of course he and I decided we were going to stay another night in St. Louis. Because we were tired, and we went to like I don't know what 3 to 5 different places, and all of them. Oh, we're booked for the night, so we were like, screw it. We drove through the night, got home at like 5 a.m. He had to work at like 9 a.m. And Campbell owes us a computer monitor, Josh says.
Ooh, I did see that. I did see that footage.
See? He's kind of a jerk when he has the wrestling gear on. If he were to just take the wrestling gear off, put on regular clothes, we're good, right, Micah? I
think so. Maybe.
Depends
on the environment.
Yeah, that's true. We're gonna have to get him to watch this episode now. The Bash Campbell episode. Are we all good there, Pat?
Yeah, I was looking for something. I thought I had it on my phone, but I do not. Okay. No, I was looking for something. My list of questions because I just drew a blank. But yeah, it's not on my notes app. One thing I do remember though, your gear. Who designs it? Who was that? All you coming up with the design and the whole outfit?
Color scheme, my idea. Patrick Berry, he makes all my wrestling gear, and I shot him a message. I was like, hey, I want to do like a Spider-Man kind of theme gear. Like, hey, I want to do like a Thor, outfit kind of gear. And he sent me a whole bunch of different stuff. He's like, just pick from one of these. We'll get started. And dude's super creative when it comes to the gear, as you can see.
Yeah,
he designed
awesome.
The Howlett's gear that I have. It's supposed to be Spider-Man. Kind of came out more that Captain Marvel-ish kind of theme. I guess you could look at it either way. And then my blue one is my favorite one. It's supposed to be like a Thor kind of inspired gear with the cape and the shirt and the pants and all that. There's more coming though.
Nice.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I always thought you had really, really solid gear. It wasn't just like shit you bought at Dick's. I mean, this was really, and you said it was Patrick Berry.
Yeah, Patrick Berry. Yeah.
Shout out to him. Yeah. If you could text Brian or something his info, we'll put his stuff in the notes.
Absolutely.
Just put his fucking Instagram or something in there. Get him.
He usually comes to the shows. I know the last couple of Journey shows he's come, and I know he designed some of the other wrestlers' gear.
I probably know the dude because just we all kind of knew each other in Journey. Right. Probably know who the fuck he is.
You've probably met him before.
Probably. And now that Chris isn't making gear anymore because he's too good for us, that we're not in AEW.
Oh, is that
AEW? Who do those guys ever beat? No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, now, I mean, good wrestling on there.
Very good, very good.
But so what? So let's say when you were on the road taking a car trip, who was in charge of the music, and what type of music?
Oh man! So let's just put it as the KC carload. Me, Will, Bishop, and Campbell. We all kind of flip-flop turns driving. Who has control of music? What we talk about?
Hold up. Who's Will?
Kenny Alfonso.
Okay.
So I've known Kenny Alfonso since 5th grade. Like we go way back. We're neighbors. Basically grew up together. So,
and then you guys were like, "Hey, I want to be a pro wrestler." That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
You guys pro wrestlers.
he's the one that actually got me into pro wrestling. So I owe everything
Nice.
pro wrestling wise to Kenny Alfonso, because without him, I probably wouldn't be sitting here right now talking to you guys.
Yeah.
No, you probably still would.
Maybe.
Okay,
what was
so
the
it's
question?
you, Will, Bishop, and Campbell.
Oh, yes. So I want to say Campbell is more in charge of the music. We've had some pretty fun car rides. If you ever get the chance to ask him about the High School Musical playlist that we all jam out to.
I've heard or read on Twitter, yes.
Like we're big High School. Me and Campbell, big High School Musical fans. It's never too early, never too late. It's always the right time for Christmas music. I don't care if it's July. I don't care if it's March, November. Christmas music is a plus.
You know, I was listening to Christmas music like the end of February because I do a lot of driving for my work, and I had to drive down to Springfield to deliver something to a hospital, and I had run out of podcasts like halfway to Springfield. Like I listened to podcasts and like all of my podcasts were done. And I'm like, so I put on Christmas music and listened to that. And you get some funny looks if someone hears that when you're getting gas.
Yeah.
They're like, what is, it's February.
Good.
Now there's one Christmas song that is forbidden. I will never play it. I will never sing it. I get super annoyed every time it is played. I'm guessing you guys can know what song that is, and that's Mariah Carey's "All I Want for Christmas Is You." I cannot stand that song.
I don't mind that one.
I cannot stand.
There's certain ones. There's certain ones.
Want a lot for Christmas.
Hey, look, listen. Christmas is awesome because Josh just said my kids wore Christmas socks today for Wacky Wednesday. It's the theme. You know,
I bought these National Lampoon Christmas socks I found at Walmart.
Yes.
I wear those every now and then. They're very thin, but I dig them. I think they came in like a 3-pack.
I dig it.
I married a woman who loves beards and has a Santa fetish. So.
Oh, there you go.
2 thumbs up for Pat.
Until one of us dies, this is.
and Patrick was like, when they were dating, I think I'm gonna shave this off. I'll look a little younger, and she's like, no, keep it.
I trimmed it, and I trimmed it when we were dating, and it's still a cause of fights today. We don't fight, but it's still. Yeah.
Do you trim it yourself, or do you have to go somewhere and get it trimmed?
If I need like a full trim, I will go get it professionally done. But like you can see, like down here, it's getting a little thin, so she'll just go in with scissors and just kind of round it off.
See, I can't touch anything by my beard by myself. I'm super scared. I'm going to cut it too short on one side and have to match up the other. I'm just scared to get rid of it in general. So I have to go to a professional and get it done.
Yeah,
it terrifies me. I don't know why, but
no. When I was growing it out, I grew it out for like a year and a half before I did anything with it, and then they trimmed it up and made it look really nice. And I was like, "Oh shit, I don't look homeless." All right, but I've had this since 2016, I think.
Since I've known you.
Yeah, I had it before. Yeah, I had it years before I even moved out to KC. But yeah, Barbarette, that's who I go to in downtown KC. They do a really, really fucking good job.
Cool.
Yeah. So yeah, I was going to say something else. God damn it. It'll come to me later. But it was about the car trips and stuff. So, So did the four of you like go to high school together too?
No. So me and Will are in the same grade. So we went to the same elementary school, same middle school, same high school. Bishop was, I think, a year or two older than us, went to the same schools, and Campbell was just down Spring Hill, so about 15 minutes from us. Basically same area, different years. But yeah, me, Bishop, and Will all went to the same high school. Not that.
Okay. Cool. But yeah, I mean, shit, but it's still pretty cool that you got just the four of you that are all around the same age, all around the same area. You know, you all can run together.
Mm-hmm.
I remember doing that shit, doing stand-up too, because it was like, you know, and I know there are times where you guys aren't getting paid shit. So,
Yeah.
There'd be times where we would drive from South Bend to Indy, which is like a 2.5, 3 hour drive. Pile four of us in the car. It's like, okay, yeah, we're each getting paid $20. So, you know, everybody chips in $5 for gas. So, but yeah, it's good. And then I always say that some of my best memories are the car trips. You know, the shows, they all kind of bleed together and stuff, you know, unless it's something, but the car rides, there's just something about, you know, just
Mm-hmm.
the jokes and the farting and somebody taking the shoes off, and you know, you're like, what the hell's that smell? And you know, and the stories and stuff. There's just it's something so pure about just the car rides and stuff. You know, a lot of times they're better than the actual show itself. So, yeah,
Right.
you get to do shit like that. It's fucking cool.
Yeah, I do miss being in the car with Campbell, Bishop, and Kenny. It's been way too long, and kind of going back to like the return and all that, kind of backtracking. You know, I love wrestling. I'm not gonna lie, I did not like the traveling. Like I know it was part of the game, you know, to go out and travel. It's just something I never liked doing. You know, I didn't mind, you know, the 2.5 hours to Omaha, 4 hours to St. Louis. But it was like those trips to like Arkansas, Indiana, and all that. Like, and granted, I didn't do it as often as the boys are doing it now. And shout out to them. I mean, they're all killing it right now. Like Brian said earlier, Bishop and Campbell up in Canada, like that's insane.
That is cool.
It's crazy. And Will, you know, going all around the Midwest, traveling with them too. It's just something I don't know if I want to get back into. Maybe be more like a Wyatt kind of thing, kind of stay more local, maybe hit up an Anarchy or Omaha here and there. Maybe that spark will come back. We'll see. But as of right now, I kind of want to stay local.
I mean, to be honest, like why it would be hard to get in a car, drive 8 hours, go in, help finish setting up, go through a match, and then drive 8 hours back. No, I totally understand what you're saying, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of work, you know.
A lot of work.
And a lot of time being in the car. Just, I mean, I'd have to slap Campbell around a little bit, just for fun. The dude knows I talk shit on him, and then, you know, it's all in love.
It is.
I think. No, it's funny because the very first Journey Pro show back, and I was telling Micah this earlier, like Thursday nights are my wife's Fridays. So on Thursday nights, once or twice a month, we might get into some adult beverages. And this one night before Journey Pro came back, we had quite a few. And so she was watching something on TV, and then she was doing something on her phone. So I got on Twitter, and I said, Campbell posted something, and then I said something like smartass, and it just became a thing. Like we just were going back and forth for like 3 hours, and I was drunk off my ass. I said, you're only doing this because I'm drunk off my ass right now, and blah, blah, blah. Next day he comes in, he's like, dude, that was awesome. He's like, yeah, you should, like, I don't remember if he said something about me being drunk or whatever, but I was like, dude, I was legitimately sauced, and I was like, well, the first thing I was like, you know, dude, it's all out of love. I'm sorry about last night. I was legitimately sauced. And he's like, you were? It's like, yeah. And he's like, you didn't really misspell anything. I was like, spell check, buddy. Us old people know how to use that. But yeah, it's just fun messing with Campbell.
No, I'm glad. I mean, it's like, because shit, I mean, I've been watching you guys for years now, so it's cool seeing, you know, you guys doing other stuff. Even the more established people, like seeing like a Hoodie and Anaya doing stuff with Lucha Libre Labs. I'm like, fuck yeah, you know. And then I get there's one in Iowa, C3X3 something.
3XW.
That's it, yeah. But yeah, seeing Kenny
Yeah.
and Jeremy and Luke and stuff, seeing all that. So it's just like, it's cool seeing the people that, I supported for years. Because, I mean, for people that might be watching or saying, Journey Pro, this was like where we all met, where I saw Micah, where Brian and I met, and we made a bunch of friends. This is where we met the CR Media guys, and I-70 Hot Tag guy. But Journey Pro, it was like, as much as it was a show, it was also a family reunion almost. And
It was every month.
And so, like, we booed the heels, even though we loved them. We cheered the baby faces. We did all that, and the audience was as much a part of the show. Well, not as much, but the audience was a part of the show as well. So, it's so cool to see, like, all these guys I supported and stuff going out and doing other things, and it just, I'm gonna get all grandpappy here, but it warms my heart seeing, but no, it does. I'm just like, oh fuck yeah. So, I'm really, really happy that you guys are still going and still doing strong. Like you were saying earlier, you was like, you don't know if you want to travel. You don't have to make every decision now.
Right.
If you want to travel down the road, cool. If you want to stay local, cool. This is Micah's journey.
Absolutely.
And whatever you decide is best, it's that's what's best. Yeah.
Yep.
So we got the music, we got the food. What else do we got?
We got the tights or the gear.
The gear. He didn't talk shit on Campbell though.
Oh, we can always talk shit on Campbell.
I'm just giving him shit. He knows that.
Only putting eye paint under one eye. Fuck. Who the fuck?
And here's the funny part. Like now, like you were saying that we've seen these guys. Like every time I see, like the Premier or Kenny or Micah, whenever I'd see him online, I'd be like, even though it's on Twitter and I like their stuff or I retweet it or whatever, I'd be like, I know that guy.
Yeah.
Just like a big kid, I mean, because Micah can tell you he was down in my basement. He's seen all my Hot Wheels. I'm a big kid, You got to have fun in life, So
you do.
No, I just realized I got the wrong thing. I got the fucking jukebox logo on my thing. I
forgot. Is that a moose?
No, it's a jackalope.
The jackalope. Yeah, we like the jackalope.
Yeah. I get all excited whenever I'm seeing any of the Journey Pro guys doing a bunch of stuff. And, shit. When I went to the CSW show and I saw Gabe setting up the steel cage, I was like, well, shit, easy, So
that was a hell of a match.
Yeah, and then I saw Dallas setting up the cage too, and I was like, fuck yeah, just getting all excited that it's just like, oh, my boys are doing that, and like, shit, most of you guys don't know who the fuck. I mean, you know who I am because I know I don't fucking blend in. But you don't know me, but still at the same point, it's like from my perspective, I'm just like, oh man, I'm so happy these guys are, just going out and doing something. Sam Beal was another one. Because he was always coming down. Great guy, really like that guy. And I'm following him on Twitter, and I'm seeing like he's had a baby and getting married and graduating college, and I'm like, getting all. In fact, Casey, my wife, and I, we went to an Impact taping, and I wore my Sam Beal shirt, and I go walking in, and there's Trey Miguel and Brian Myers, and they're like, are you wearing a fucking Sam Beal shirt? And I was like, yeah, that's my boy. They're like, oh my God. I'm like, yeah, we trained him. And I'm like, yeah, I know.
Nice.
They got a picture with Macklin. But yeah, so they actually took a video of me in the shirt and sent it to Sam Beal. And like, I got a Howland shirt. I mean, shit, I'll buy all that shit. Fuck yeah. I mean, wear it all around and stuff. Like,
hell yeah.
Because I know you guys, you got this is your grind. I'm just like, shit, anything I could do to support, I'm going to.
So, absolutely.
It's always really appreciated. Yeah.
I do have a question for you, and I've seen this coming up on Twitter a lot. And Pat, I'm sure you've seen it too. So there's
The
something
bear.
I
It's the
no
bear, not a man. Bear. Oh, different.
no, it's
question?
something else. It's something else. We'll talk about that later. So I've noticed online everybody, and this has been like the past 2 months, maybe more. Soft ground pro wrestling, which is if you look it up, I don't remember where it is, but they wrestle like it's in God, I want to say like some country in Africa or somewhere in Africa.
Oh,
somewhere.
Was that with
And
Mansoor and Mace?
Yes. So
Yeah.
they went. So they wrestle on like mud, and they have ropes up. They have like an actual like little arena. But people are like loving this. Okay. Now, and here's where my question comes in. There's a lot of people I've seen online, Micah. Let's say back in the day before you were wrestling, that would do backyard wrestling. People would shit on backyard wrestling, which honestly, there's some good stuff out there. There really is. So people would shit on that, but they love this. What is your take on backyard wrestling and this soft ground wrestling? What's your opinion on all of it?
Well, the South Ground Pro Wrestling?
South ground or soft ground
or soft
something
ground.
like that?
To be honest, I've never heard of that. I've never seen anything like that. You have to tag me on Twitter next time that pops up or something.
I'll definitely do that.
But to like the backyard wrestling, I've heard like mixed things as I was coming into the business. Like, obviously, like if you're a backyard wrestler, you don't have the training. You try to get booked. That's where I think the negativity, comes.
Right.
But you have guys like Matt Seidel and
Fuego.
Like Fuego, yeah.
He came from backyard wrestling, and people are crapping on this, and I'm like, why?
It's like the way I see it, it's like I was always scared to tell people that I was like, hell yeah, I did backyard wrestling, whatever. Like it was just me and the friends, like we're all fucking around. We got a camera, I got a trampoline. It's like let's just have fun and do our own thing. Let's not get hurt. That was the main thing. The way I see it is like if you go into wrestling, you get the proper training, whatever, and you're properly trained, you're getting booked on shows, you're doing all the right stuff, and people found out, oh, you did backyard wrestling, like, oh, you're a backyarder or whatever. It's like, well, how is what I did, when I was 15 or 16 affecting what I'm doing now? Like I've done all the right things to, do what I'm supposed to do. So that's the way I see it. I can see the negativity. I can also see the positive, coming from backyard wrestling. And backyard wrestling, I think, definitely helped speed up the process of getting trained from some of us, the KC boys and all that.
Yeah. Because I know a few that have done it and that are doing really well, So I'm going to read a couple of these quick. The last two things. Josh said XWE started in backyard, which is true, and it's awesome to see that they've become a thing, And then Chase said some backyard wrestling is better than some of the promotions I've seen, which I can say yes. I fully agree with that statement because I actually worked for one of those. I will not name.
I've been in 2 shows. I've wrestled on shows that were a lot worse than our backyard days. Let's just put it as that.
So the reason I skipped that question is I'm going to have Pat read the Josh one above that.
Yeah. What were your thoughts about what happened at Fountain City between you and Anaya?
Bullshit.
Bullshit.
As I'm
Anaya is a Dollar General Roman Reigns.
Oh my God.
I wouldn't say that.
Oh, I said it to him at Journey Pro, and then he turned around and called me Crackhead Santa. So
I wouldn't because I have to set up with him sometimes. Beat the shit out of me.
Dollar General Roman Reigns. That's awesome. So going back to the Fountain City, what happened between me and Anaya, I haven't been on social media for a long time, in between the return and the stuff that happened at the end of 2023. So I have no idea what's going on. Watch the show. It's like, oh, hey, we're gonna tag with Anaya. I'm like, oh, sweet. I didn't know Anaya was gonna fucking turn on me in the middle of the middle of the match. You have to go back and watch it. So screw Anaya. We got some unfinished business. Hopefully, I get to see him July 12th. We'll see. We'll see.
Damn.
Well, one of the earlier posts said that you're booked on the next two Fountain City shows. You may not know that yet, but you are.
Oh, sweet.
And it also said, Brian, you're going to have to pay him. So, Michael, you're getting Hot Wheels. Just letting you know.
Ooh, I'm getting Hot Wheels.
I'll customize some for you. You've seen some of those.
Give one with like a thumbs up on each side.
You know what? I could actually do that. That would be good.
Man, I was scrolling back. Let's see.
It was a ways back.
I pissed off Jay Buns. I had the potential to piss off Campbell, and I had the potential to piss off Anaya all in one podcast.
You know we're never getting them on here now, right? Because I'll message them and be like, fuck you, Brian.
Is Pat going to be on? Yeah, fuck that guy. I thought of another. God damn it, old age. I can't remember. No, I thought of another question to ask, and then it flittered out. Well, actually, because the funny thing is, my wife bought me this pop filter for the home computer and stuff. So I got the nice Yeti blue. She bought this for me for Christmas, and this was my first time using it because every show we were doing, it was either like later at night to where the people on the other side of my duplex, their baby was asleep, or like my wife was going to sleep or something like that. So I was doing it on my phone in the garage forever. So I actually get to use my pop filter finally. But also because I'm not using my phone for this, I can actually like add it right now. So one thing, and we've been going about an hour, so we'll be wrapping up in the next few minutes. So one thing that we do, I don't know if Brian brought this up to you before we went on. Did you tell him about the?
Not today. I may have said it in a message.
Okay. So one of the things we do is we have the Two Old Goats playlist, and damn it, hold on, I'm trying to push buttons. So we have the Two Old Goats playlist on Spotify, and every episode, Brian, myself, and whoever our guest is adds one song. Doesn't matter what the fuck the song is, as long as it's on Spotify. Do you want to go first, or do you want us to add songs to give you a second to think, Micah?
Ooh, give me a sec. So it could be just any song?
It could be any song.
As long as it's on Spotify.
So, like, we have Two Skinny Jays, Sex Pistols, The Champagne, Ugly Kid Joe, The Zootons, Sam and Dave, Rage Against the Machine, Fugazi, The Vandals. I mean, this playlist goes all over the place. I don't even know if anybody's listening to it, but it's just fucking fun to do. Okay.
Oh, yeah, it is.
So, what, you have a song in mind, Brian J. Bebe?
I do. And there is a reason why I picked this song. It has been forever since we've had a podcast together because stupid shit keeps coming up.
Yeah.
I am picking The Boys Are Back by the Dropkick Murphys.
Oh, nice. That popped right up. All right. Adding it to the playlist.
Just because it seems like it's been forever.
Which, after we get off, yeah. Oh shit, we can't. I'll text you about it later. But because you're not on the Facebook chat, there is a development with the whole JG's Lounge network.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll get with you after the show and let you
Sure.
know. Okay. And since I went and oh shit, that was another song I wanted to put in there. Anyway, but since I saw one of my favorite bands the other night, Social Distortion, I'm going to add one of my favorite songs by them. It is called "Story of My Life." Not "Story of My Life," "Story of My Life" by Social Distortion. So we are adding that to the Two Old Goats Pod playlist. We're up to 29 songs on it now. All right, Michael, whenever you are ready.
Cool. I had a couple in mind. I'll just
Give
give
me
you the
both
one
of them.
that both. Okay. Can I do like a WWE theme?
You can.
Absolutely.
All right. So I want Eric Bischoff's theme. I'm back.
Yes.
And the other one is called 27 by Machine Gun Kelly.
I'm back. Eric Bischoff, that is getting added. And there it is. And the other one is what?
27 by Machine Gun Kelly.
Uh, 27. MGK.
Yep.
There it is. All right.
It's one of my favorite songs by him, and I actually got a quote tatted on my my wrist, or my forearm, I should say. Keep the vibe alive forever. It's
Nice.
kind of when I heard that song, that lyric stuck with me for the longest time. This is actually my first tattoo, so I was like, I don't know if I should get it or not. And then when I went to the appointment, they're like, "Hey, when our 2 o'clock canceled, do you want to get it tattooed now?" I was like, yeah. So it stuck with me. It's a really good song.
That is. Hey, that's good. That's good. I
Yeah,
have.
we got a.
I have Blue Skies tattooed across my back because that's one of my favorite Blue October songs.
Nice.
Yeah, sometimes shit just sticks with you. How about one by Metallica off there? How about when you're a guest on our show, you get to pick a song?
Yeah, Chase. Wait, I have to. Hey, that reminds me. I need to reach out to Chase
In the chat,
in the chat. Guess.
No, the chat can't see that.
Okay, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. The chat. We'll challenge you. Pat, what days are good next week? If possible.
I got my schedule right here, actually.
I got my eye on these guys.
Okay. What's next week? Next week's Memorial Day. I got Tuesday, Wednesday off next week too. I got Monday off, but I think we're doing something Monday. So yeah, Tuesday, Wednesday next week. Or Thursday night, I get off at 5:30. So yeah, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday around 8 o'clock. I'm good.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. CR Media, I-70 Hot Tag. You guys, are you in? Let us know.
Yeah. You guys.
We'll set it up. I'm not on call next week, so any night for me is free.
Shit, we could do a twofer if we could get Midnight Guthrie on one night and then do them another night. Fuck it.
We'll do that. I'll message them all, and we'll get it done. We'll get it done.
Oh shit!
See,
I just read the comments. Somebody CR Media.
They're hilarious.
Laughing my ass off. Pat knows. Damn. Oh. So.
Yeah, you know that podcast is gonna be like 3 hours long. We're just gonna laugh the whole time,
dude. Most of the podcasts, I mean, shit, Micah, we could go on for a couple of hours.
Oh
yeah.
But yeah, it gets to the point where I'm just like, okay, we gotta shut. Yeah.
Yeah, but some of us old men have small prostate, have to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
It's way past my bedtime too.
I got a Soda Stream.
Oh shit.
And they make a Mountain Dew Zero. And of course, you look at it, my wife's like, it looks like fucking Slurm for all you Futurama fans. Yeah. So the next CSW show, not CSW, the next Fountain City show is
Fountain City is July 12th.
July 12th. CSW, Are you doing anything with them?
CSW's next show is going to be June 29th. They were supposed to have one in May 18th, but with graduation and stuff came up, they're just gonna run the June 29th, which I'm going to be at. However, it's going to suck because not the show. The show's going to be awesome. Let me give you a little context on why it's going
to. That's how I feel whenever we do this podcast. I'm like, I'm going to be on it, but it's going to suck.
Well, I feel the same way with me. So I'll be there at like noon, like always. Help set up, help do the show, help tear down, whatever. Because it's a Saturday. The very next day, we have a 5:55 a.m. flight to Boston.
Oh, you're going to Salem?
So we're going to Salem
nice.
that week, and I will be there for the 4th, which I'm pretty excited about because, the Boston area, 4th of July. I mean, firework displays are going to be huge. So it'll be fun. We fly back the 5th,
nice.
but I'm like, I'm probably not going to get home till almost 1 in the morning.
And sleep on the plane.
Yep, sleep on the plane. So,
what else you got coming up, Micah?
Nothing planned for right now. I guess Fountain City Pro, as it was in the comments.
Fountain City Pro, July 12th. Going to see the Mighty Micah, Kansas City's own superhero.
Paid in Hot Wheels and Guys Chips.
Yes.
And Boulevard
Guys Chips.
Yes.
No, this was fun. I was excited when we got to do this. Sit down with you and stuff. I always thought you were a really good wrestler. I think you got a really bright future and stuff. Very entertaining to watch. You got really good charisma, and watching you grow in the ring. You've gotten from when I first started watching you in 2020 to now. You have gotten so much better, just so much more polished. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun just watching you grow as a wrestler and as a performer and stuff. So thank you for everything. Thank you for the fucking memories, the storylines that
I appreciate it. Yeah, thank you for being there and witnessing it.
Yeah. It was really cool. Oh, shout out to the KC Wrestling Academy. Is that the one that Hoodie runs?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Hoodie runs. Micah goes. Well, most of Kansas City goes to.
Yeah, I remember telling Hoodie, I was like, shit. If I was 20 years younger. But I mean now, I can't take any bumps. So fuck that.
No, I can't.
This was awesome. A lot of fun. Really, I'm a big fan of yours. I really enjoy your work.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely, buddy. What you got, Brian?
I just wanted to thank him for coming on. I appreciate him coming over to do the podcast, and just look forward to the future, man. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, thank you. You can put the gun down too, by the way. You don't have to hold me hostage anymore.
All right. Hey, I already put the duct tape away.
At least he just got the duct tape, not the ball gag this time. I mean, shit.
Hey, at least this time I used duct tape instead of zip ties.
True.
So the way we end the show, as professional as we are, is we just fucking leave the studio and then I text Jukebox and he ends the feed. So that's how we do it. So let's do the outro for Brian, for JG's Lounge. Check out the other shows on JG's Lounge. Lots of other fun stuff on there. But yeah, for Brian, for me, for Big Grizz Beard Care, check him out. I don't have my promo code. I'll get the promo code next show and you'll get 20% off.
We'll put it in the details down below.
Yeah. I'll tell him to do that. But for all that, for fucking KC Wrestling Academy, Fountain City Pro Wrestling, CSW Pro Wrestling, Kansas City in general, the fucking coolest city in the world, even if our fucking kicker is a little crazy.
Oh, and the I-70 hot tag.
Well, yeah. Fuck those guys.
Yeah. Well, we're in the war next week, Pat. Thanks.
It's going to be our show. It's going to be our turf. So, yeah. Fuck yeah.
This is true.
Yeah, for I-70 Hot Tag, those are good dudes. Yeah, they're the ones that run Fountain City.
Fountain
So much
City.
shit going on. But yeah, for all that
There
stuff,
is.
Micah, again, thank you so much for coming on. This is a blast. I'm gonna drop out, and then we're all gonna drop out. And peace and hair grease. Take care of everybody.
Cool.
See y'all.